The afternoon light flows through the high windows of an atelier on Rue Cambon. Coco leans over the mannequin, her fingers following the line she will cut. The steel blade meets the fabric with a sharp sound as the corset falls apart into two motionless halves. She steps back. The figure stands covered in nothing but freedom. Breath returns to what had been caged for so long. Outside, Paris continues its daily course, oblivious to the quiet revolution that has just begun. The fabric is spread out carefully on the table. Coco looks at it and thinks about all the criticism she had to endure over the years. Too plain, they said. Too boyish. Not what a woman should wear. She smiles. They are empty words now, meaningless judgments from people whose opinions she no longer cares about. Coco reaches down and smooths the cloth with her hand and continues. Each fold is a silent answer to their criticism. Each cut is a deliberate step towards a more equal future. Freedom has a shape, and it doesn't need anyone's approval. That evening, Coco attends the exclusive gathering of the city's fashion elite. Wine, perfume, and tobacco smoke mingle in the air. Elaborate bouquets, crystal glasses, and polished silver signal the importance of the crowd. Coco surveys the room and confirms once again what she already knows. Men dominate the room. They talk of tradition, of taste, of how women must be draped to be seen. This dominance has a uniform, and it looks exhausted. Coco knows what role to play. She will forge change not through words, but through creations. As the hour grows late, she folds her napkin, rises, and leaves the chatter behind. Coco strolls beside the Seine, absorbing the elegant contours of Paris. Her thoughts have already returned to the Atelier, to the hours of work that await her. Tomorrow will be the most important day of her life. She will unveil her collection to the world, and for the first time with a show worthy of standing alongside the great male designers. But her most daring creation, the pièce de résistance, remains unfinished. When Coco reaches her studio, she hurries up the stairs, ignites the lamp, and touches the fabric she left behind. She continues. Thread meets needle, and slowly but surely, she moves toward completion of her masterpiece. Sleep turns out to be a luxury she cannot afford. As the first ray of sunlight catches the dress, she finishes it at last. Coco wraps the dress and rushes to the venue. Her team is already working to make everything perfect. Elegant curtains frame the wooden walkway, elaborate flower bouquets adorn the stage. The models are dressed in her designs as hair and makeup receive final touches. The crowd takes their seats and the press assumes position. Then it's showtime. As her models appear, something shifts. A murmur of hesitation grows into overwhelming, enthusiastic applause that feels like recognition. Coco smiles gracefully. The revolution has gained momentum. After the show, the courtyard fills with laughter and the clink of glass. Fashion elites begin to recognize the beauty of her bold creations. Criticism shifts from toxic and demeaning to constructive and insightful. A young reporter approaches and asks her what drives her. Coco says,
"People have always told me that leading isn't for women, that we should follow instead. It is an outdated old belief wrapped up as guidance. I try not to let it get to me, but some days it does. Staying true to yourself is harder than surrendering to the noise. But be strong and hold your ground, because the most courageous act is still to think for yourself, aloud."
When she returns, the atelier glows with the last warmth of the day. Coco sits on the edge of her work table, shoes kicked off. The air still carrying the feel of victory. The world has said yes to her now. She held her ground and thought for herself, aloud. She looks at the scattered fabrics and the tools among them. Her eyes meet the bottles of parfum fashioned by her peers. Could she? Does she dare? She knows it would require another bold move, another courageous act. Coco smiles once more. She knows she can pull it off. The name for the pièce de résistance is already clear in her mind. Chanel No. 5.